Thank you so much, Guy. This is one of our head solution consultants here at Betsy De Jesus, so please also give her a round of applause. Yeah, thank you guys very much for all coming, members of the press. Most people will know I'm very, very excited about what we call internally SALARIUM 3.0. It's the version 3.0. I often joke that it's my fourth child, and spent a lot of time and energy to build it, and so our team of Xers have been working very hard to level up the company. We already consider ourselves the leading SME payroll software vendor in the country. It's because we have over 500 corporate SME accounts paying to use our software every single month. And we've been working very hard to attract large enterprises. And so we've built a brand new system from the ground up, catering to microservices architecture. So it's a little technical. It means that we have broken apart the software into tiny little pieces and making it much more reliable and durable, able to integrate with third-party systems. So let's say you're a very large manufacturing company and you already use SAP for your ERP and you use Oracle for some sort of human capital management. SALARIUM is now able on an individual level to integrate into that existing solution. So you might say, oh, our HCM already does leave management. So we actually don't need a time system that does leave management. Now SALARIUM can cater. You can actually avail of just the individual modules in the software that allow you to access it. It also enables us to dedicate computing strength to one particular thing. So let's say payroll processing is the heaviest part, right? When we're processing 35, 40,000 employees every payday for payroll, we can now dedicate just resources, server strength to that computation. So it's again a little technical, but it means in all of your phone, your phone does 1,000 functions, but mainly you want to make phone calls. And we can increase just that particular part of it without having to touch the rest of the phone. So it's really for us a tremendous technological advancement. We're very excited to work with some of the largest companies in the Philippines. We're already bringing some on board now, and we hope to share in the very near future some of those really big names that are going to be working with us on this enterprise solution that we've developed. If there's a question now, or we go to the next one? I don't know if there's any questions on that solution. Yeah, please.
Hi, Judah. Eli from eLifestyle Manila. I was mentioning earlier before the event, your solution is totally cloud-based.
Yeah, so our solution is totally cloud-based. There are some clients, of course, that prefer on-premise. For us, it really limits the availability to add new features. So as a cloud-based provider, we're actually able to deploy new features to our solution every week, every 2 weeks. Our clients don't need to download anything, they don't need to reinstall anything, they just turn on their software and go. That's only possible with a cloud solution. So it enables us to really deliver the highest quality service to the customer. And also, it's a lot cheaper for the customer. So they don't have the infrastructure costs. They don't have to pay to have their server on premise, they have to pay an IT person. And then even if my software is the fastest software in the world, if you have a very slow server in your office, you're going to think that my software is very slow. And so that's why we made a conscious decision to say we will only deploy cloud solutions, especially for large enterprises.
We will entertain questions later. We have a question and answer portion.
Apologies for ruining the flow.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
All right, thank you so much. Everyone is actually very excited. Even during our meetings with our clients, we are all very excited to tell them that SALARIUM will now be able to individually integrate with their existing system, just what Judah mentioned a while ago. All right, so we will now move on with our next speaker, which is Mark, to discuss how SALARIUM approaches software security and to guarantee that sensitive company information is safeguarded from both internal and the external risk. Mark?
Thank you, Cassie, and good morning, everyone. So, of course, data privacy is the topic right now for everyone. You might have heard also of large companies experiencing this issue. Let's put the facts and be clear about it. There's no technology that's invulnerable. Right? Sooner or later, someone will find the back door of it, and then everything will be breached. Right? What Salarium is doing is, of course, taking proactive approach to data privacy as well as reactive approach. So we have basically 3 points to make sure that we cover proactive and reactive approaches towards data breaches and or any risk associated with data privacy. One of which is, of course, implementing the right technologies in place, robust technologies that will ensure that it would be impossible or near impossible for any hackers to intrude into the system. We also invest in the implementation of new processes to make sure that that technology is working hand in hand with the people in place. And lastly, of course, we build privacy-aware personnel. In that case, they will be aware that this particular data is important, it needs to be protected, and that they will be able to respond to any threats or any breaches that may occur in the future. We, of course, do not want any breaches to happen, but if so it happens, we are prepared to deal with it.
Yes, of course, data privacy is a non-negotiable. Thank you so much, Mark, for telling us that we are really doing a proactive and reactive approach. Next up, our final speaker, Aryan, will now cover how SALARIUM's 24/7 support. I can attest to this. Any time of the day, 24/7 support system that can alleviate any technical difficulties around the clock so that companies or employers will be able to avoid any delay in their operations. Aryan?
Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you all for coming. So I'm currently managing the 24/7 team of support and account manager. So not only every client will get free support anytime or anywhere. We also assign account managers to also collectively monitor all your concerns or any past concerns that you have brought into regarding the system. So since Salarium is a cloud-based software, it means you can take it anywhere or you can compute your payroll anytime. So my team is ready to answer any of your questions. You can contact them inside the app via chat. If you prefer to speak to any person regarding your concerns via chatting, or you can also call our 24/7 hotline. And we also have emails, and our team responds to emails like it's also chat.
Agree, because I think we also have clients who work night shift, right? So even at 2 in the morning, they are really there. Sometimes when I leave something in the office, hey, you're here. Oh, it's your shift. So they're really in the office. All right, so at this point, we will give you a short sneak peek of our version 3 of Salarium's version 3, or so what we call Judah's fourth child. All right, so are we ready with our sneak peek for version 3?